Guys, welcome to my channel, guys. Welcome to the very first official vlogging video on my Ducati V4. So for those of you joining in for the very first time, welcome. Yes, this is my first bike. Yes, this is my first sport bike. First bike period. It's the Ducati V4, the base model. So for those of you who've been following me, I guess since the beginning or just recently, welcome back. And for those of you who are brand new, thank you for checking me out. So, a quick little roll call on everything that's happened up until this point. So, obviously for those of you who have seen it, know that this is kind of a refresher course for you. For others, this is something that you never heard before. So basically, long story short, is I got the bike 3 months ago. Competition Works borrowed my bike when I first got it, okay, to do their Fender kit and their race exhaust for the bike. So basically it was gone for about a month. When the bike got back, I was having issues with the GoPro and the audio, so I couldn't vlog. Then after that, I started having all the recall issues that Ducati has had since then. Okay, so then they had the bike for about a back and forth between a month and a half. Okay, I would get the bike back, it wouldn't work. Sorry, I would get the bike back, engine light came on, engine light came on, oh sorry, and it wouldn't start. Engine light came on, and it wouldn't start. So I wouldn't ride it because I was afraid to go too far in the vlog and then get stuck somewhere. And then I called them back. They had me do like an engine reset, sorry, an ECU reset with the key. Engine light went off, but it still wouldn't start. After a few more days, took it back to the shop. They've had it, and so I finally got it back last week. I got it back last week. I went for an actual vlog last Sunday. I recorded last Saturday, and the audio mic wasn't plugged in, so that was a fail. And then I went on Sunday to vlog again, and I lost the adapter, which is currently velcroed to the side of my helmet. That popped off, so there was no audio again. So I had to rush order a new one, and now here we are. Now I gotta make sure I'm recording. Yep, okay. So that brings us to where we're at right now. So that's why this video is titled First Vlog, because even though yes, I have been on the bike, I have not done much riding on it, vlogging at the same time. So this is the first one. So I'm actually headed to go get a haircut right now and then go to work. So I figured I would try to get a vlog in since I finally got it last night. I glued the Velcro piece again to the mic adapter, and of course it hooks to the side of my helmet. So GoPro, that's the best you can do with the GoPro Hero 6. I don't feel like hunting for 4 or 3 to make it all work. So there we are. So yes, guys, this is my very first bike. I have no previous riding experience except for taking the course and for doing a little bit of riding in Florida. Other than that, this is my very first bike. And of course, all the controversy is starting on 1,000 or 600 or a little 300 or Grom or whatever else. And there's people out there who agree or say, I'm not saying I'm out here to recommend this. I'm just saying that so many people talk about it, but few are actually doing it. And you know, God opened the door for me to be able to purchase one, and I figured why not vlog about the experience of being a new rider starting on something like this. Okay, so moving on now to the parts. For those of you who again are new or don't know, there are more parts coming, but as it stands right now, CRG, okay, CRG brake and clutch with the adjusters, with the knockoffs, okay, bar ends, okay. This is from the V4S. This is actually gonna be carbon fiber soon. So when Competition Works had my bike for the exhaust, one of their friends does ceramic coating, so he also ceramic coated my stock exhaust black. I'm sure as you can already tell, Ducati Performance heel guards, Speedy motos, rear and front. Ducati Corsa the higher tinted windscreen. And then of course, I guess I'll have to cover this up. The Competition Works tail tidy. I hope this is coming on camera. So, and then let's see. There we go. So you can see it. And these are the Rizoma signals on there as well. There's the Ducati Performance again, right there. And then that's about it for right now. And for those of you who haven't seen a V4 dash for the umpteenth millionth time and want to see my dash, I will show you my dash as well. This is weird trying to like show something that's on my helmet and kind of have a good angle. So yeah, 912. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, as far as the mods at the bike for right now. Again, there are more mods coming. Oh, I already purchased the Rizoma covers, just that Ducati parts is behind because there's a mount needed for those and they don't have them yet, of course, right? So it's backed up right now. Of course, for those of you who don't know, obviously their Giga factory hosts the Lamborghini parts and Ducati parts, of course, and they're moving into the new factory. All the parts and stuff are behind. So, but yeah, all the recalls are done. Off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly all the recalls and what they were. I do know 2 were gas tank oriented. One was, I think, something about the gas cap, and then something was about some kind of seal in the bottom would leak, something like that, which was causing a few Ducatis to get on fire. There was some kind of sensor piece for the side stand, so the side stand sensor wouldn't go off. And I think there was one more. I can't remember what that one was. I think it was clutch or brake related. I don't quite remember as stands right now. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what she is. Oh, I guess some of you don't know about this guy. Front lights. What's also cool for this year is it also uses the sensor for your turn signals as well. So basically, when you're at a light and you turn on your turn signals and you make the turn, it senses your lean angle. So when you rise back up again, when you lean and then when you rise back up, the turn signals go off. So that's kind of cool. And I didn't have the previous bike, but the turn signals are not a part of the mode switchers. So you don't cancel, you don't get into the modes by pressing the turn signal. So they did fix that for this model. Have I covered everything? So yeah, that's why the bike was gone. Yes, it's my first bike. Of course, I've been on it. Obviously, I haven't done anything, like I haven't dropped it or anything yet, right? But I'm taking it slow. I'm taking it easy. It is in low power mode. So that means it reduces the horsepower to 120. My personal one made 188 to the rear wheel on one dyno and made 186 on another dyno. So let's just say 187 to call it even, the rear wheel. And in a low power mode, so I have it in street mode and then from there in low power mode. So I'm in no rush. I'm not going to be doing any wheelies, anything crazy. I'm taking it, like I said, extremely slow. I'm in no rush to prove to anybody what I can do and all that. So, enough of me blabbling. I think it's time for us to get on the bike and ride to get my haircut and then talk some more. So, let's do this. And like I said, guys, so now that CompWorks is finally done retrofitting the exhaust, because for those of you who were commenting and didn't understand what was going on, when you make a product, any product for the most part, the first one you make is like a mold, right? You make a mold of something. Then from that mold, you have to take that mold and go into production to then, use that mold to then start producing the exhaust. So when they borrowed my bike, it was to create the mold or the sample, if you want to call it that, for those of you who work for any kind of like shoe company, whatever you want to call it. They made a sample of it. So that's what you saw in my video, is I went up to Competition Works because they're based out of here in the Pacific Northwest. They're based an hour south of Eugene. So for me, it's about what, 4 hour, almost 5 hour drive, something like that. 4 hour, 5. Anyway, I drove down there to get the video of them, doing their dyno runs on the bike. So that's what happened. So yeah, I can do this on the bike. Talk to you about that. She's already warmed up, so honestly, I rode here. So and the seat's already getting a little toasty already. So to get out, I need to go this way. Alright, so as I was saying, when Competition Works made their test sample for the exhaust, then they give me they came to pick it up, so I didn't drive it down there. They came with a truck, they picked up my bike, took it down there, did all their test fitting and stuff. After they were done with the prefab and everything and they had made it, I went down there to go see it. I went down there to go see the exhaust when they did the dyno run, and then after that they gave me the bike back. Okay, so they gave me the bike back, and then they put on the truck and brought it back to me, should I say. And then from there they started to actually produce the exhaust. So that's where they're at right now, is they're about to officially release it, I guess you could say, for consumers to start buying it. That's where they're at right now. So the last time I talked to him, they were getting the pricing sheet done. I know for those of you who I talked to on like all the different forums, I have some Facebook Ducati forums I'm a part of. It will be available soon. A few people asked me for the price of the exhaust. I do not know. So when we talked, we never talked about price. And like I told a few of you on Facebook, like I am very transparent. I'm not one of those dishonest kind of people. I know everybody says that, but I have a no BS policy. Like, people who know me know that the one thing about Thomas is he might be harsh, he might not say the right things at the right times, but he's at least for the most part 99% honest. My honesty could use some work as far as, saying it with a little more, I don't know what you want to call it, sauce or some sugar in to like make it, make it easier to digest. But honesty is honesty to me. So my parents didn't have it like, give me much grace. So anyway, so they sent the bike back to me, and now they're ready for production. So now that that's done, he will basically then take the bike from me again to put my exhaust on there. So that was the trade-off. The trade-off was, we borrow your bike, and then in return you get one of our exhausts for free. That was the plan. So how can I say no to that, right? How can I say no to an opportunity to work with a company who does stuff for motorcycles, And for those of you, obviously, like I watch tons of YouTubers too, I watch 650E and Cycle Cruiser and Motonasi and all the rest of these guys. I watch their channels, and I see them get free parts. So to me, it was a blessing because I'm a nobody channel. I'm not pulling in 10,000 subscribes a day or whatever, and yet this company wants to work with me. So that was a cool idea for me. So of course I'm gonna jump on it. And obviously, exhaust set your bike apart from all the rest, and everybody's going with either the turn me or the crupper bitch exhaust, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be different. And everybody's rushing to get either the turn me or the A crupper bitch, and I'm just like, I'll try something else. And obviously my plan was to never get an exhaust. Let's say never, but spending $3-4 grand on exhaust and probably $1,000 for install was not on my list of things to do. In general and for the bike. Not for the type of gains and all that, because I don't plan on, like, I'm no racer. So for me, I couldn't see the value in it. So I wasn't gonna do it. But when this opportunity came, it kills two birds with one stone, because obviously everybody knows the first thing you want to do when you get a bike is fender kit. Actually, the very first thing we all want to do is get rid of that nasty, ugly fender kit. And maybe there's just, I mean, maybe they make it, but I'm like, Ducati, maybe you should make one off grip for every bike that you sell. Like, at time of purchase, hey, if you want this, we sell it. Because now you're having people go out to different companies to get the same thing you should carry. And I mean a real fender eliminator kit. I get it, it has to meet so many standards of, you know, the federal whatever regulation for bikes, or it was mushy into neutral for some reason. It was not liking going down in the first gear there. And I was mashing on it too. So I was mashing on it to go into first, but it wasn't liking it. So yeah, clutch issues has been, in all the forums, they have been talking about clutch issues as well. I guess there's like a little thing right here that comes on for the quick shifter when it's having an error, which means basically, I could be assuming here that you need a new shifter, but mine hasn't been having, that hasn't come on yet. Maybe because I'm in low power mode or street, I'm having a quick shifter kind of act funny. I don't know, but I know people are going to talk about and bash Ducati. Just wait till BMW's launches next year. When that brand new BMW S1000 launches, they're going to have issues like all the rest of us are. Does that count as a biker wave? If a Can-Am passes you and they do a biker wave, does that count as a motorcycle? Like, does that go into the category of kind of like if a scooter? I guess a scooter can wave, do the biker wave, but can a Can-Am actually, is that justifiable? Leave in the comments down below. Like, do you think a Can-Am counts as a biker wave? So yeah, so I was planning on getting at least a fender kit for free, and we all know how much those cost. What? I'm off the top of my head, what? $200 to $275 your average fender kit costs, or I don't know, $175? I don't even know. But it was a great blessing to be able to get both for free, like, I mean 100% free, like install, the parts, all that. The only part I paid for was the Rizomas, because that's what I wanted, was the Rizomas. So other than that, all that was free. So yeah, that'll be done soon. I'm not sure when I'm going to go get that done. I kind of want to mix, you know, get some good content on the bike first before I start talking about giving them the bike back and then being gone for a week and a half or so. So we'll see. And I'm still waiting on the carbon fiber parts that I'm getting, so that way it can be done all at one time. I do plan on also going and doing some car shows, bike meets, that sort of thing. I'll probably go to Cars and Coffee this weekend. Oh man, I don't even know what today's date is. 26 27th, 26th, whatever this Saturday is of June. So I think I'm going to Cars and Coffee. I might try to bring my gimbal out there to get some cool video and some recording. I don't know, we'll see, but that's my plan right now. Future plans, of course, is to just make more actual vlogging, right? I'm going to talk about bike stuff and the experience, because the experience has been great so far. I mean, it was, for those of you who are going to probably ask, did it feel intimidating? The first, I don't know, the first 10 miles maybe, as far as like, oh crap, I am on a sport bike, I am on a leader bike, I'm on a powerful bike, I'm on an expensive bike. Yes, there was a moment in time on my bike when I felt like I am out of my weight class completely, right? But then after riding it over and not, you know, after getting some riding time, it goes away. And here's why. It's because at the end of the day, it's a motorcycle. And I get it, we put so much emphasis on the power of it and yada yada yada, but at the end of the day, the parts of the bike that make it a motorcycle are no different than a 600. It's just that when you pull the throttle and when you pull the brake, different things happen. But brake and clutch, shifters, you know, that part is essentially the same. So, like, I really gotta flick this quick shifter. Like, you gotta really flick it. Like, you can't finesse it into gear. You gotta like you're slapping it. Like, I don't know. You gotta really put your back into it. Not back, but you get what I mean. But yeah, like now, I feel comfortable on it. Yes, getting used to now it's getting my skill level up to a point of where, you know, like obviously like leaning and all that kind of stuff, but which I'm doing. You know, obviously today isn't gonna be, you know, taking it out somewhere to do some twisties or anything like that. Again, it's about getting acquainted with the bike and then moving up from there step by step. Because like I said, guys, I'm in no rush for any of it. Like, I'm in no rush to go down the twisties. People gonna talk about all your chicken strips. Like, I'm here to survive and enjoy my bike. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to survive and enjoy my purchase. I'm not here to try to prove my manhood to any male or female. I'm sorry guys, that's just not me. That's not how I was raised or how I was born. At the end of the day, it's only to impress men. And last time I checked, none of us are here to impress men. So, it shouldn't matter. Look at that, right on time. So, if you need a haircut, holler at my boy Yuri. That's what I've been going to since I started. You know, when he was cutting hair out of his garage. And now, he's moving up in the world. Doing hair at a chop shop. Come on. Alright guys, I'm here. So yeah, I will rejoin y'all back when I am finished. Get a haircut. Alright guys. Okay guys, so my haircut is done. Now, like most people, I have to go to work. I'm going to get some cool little pictures real quick. I'm trying to up my photography game, if you want to call it that. I'm not trying to be like some, you know, I don't know, professional photographer, but I do want to get better at it. I think I'm going to take a course one day or soon on like photography and like how to use like Lightroom and all that more, I guess, more effectively, as they would say. Okay. Alright. I did not want to scrape my exhaust on that thing. That little hump. Just gotta double check, because I'm still not used to being on a bike where I've either left some stuff or forgot to take stuff off, like my hat. I can't tell you how many times I've gone somewhere and I've left my hat on. Like I've got everything on, backpack buttoned in, jacket on, about to put my helmet on, and oh snap, you still have your hat on. So there's still some getting used to certain things about riding still. So, but yeah guys, so got a haircut, heading to work. So yeah, just to recap on everything one more time. Got the bike, is my very first sport bike, very first bike period. I plan on, of course, making the channel, of taking y'all through that experience of being a first-time rider on what some would call the dumbest idea of being on a leader bike. And kind of, you know, taking y'all through that experience. So, and you can decide if, you know, you can decide for yourself that's something that you should or want to do. Because, like I said, I'm taking this slow. I'm in no rush to be on the track, drag a knee, all that kind of stuff. Like, I've accomplished my dream. I said I wanted, you know, like I said, I used to have posters about bikes and watching, I can't tell you how many YouTube videos I watched but in the last 5 years about bikes. I can't tell you how many I've watched about, you know, what bike to get, what bike shouldn't you get, how to start off, what helmet you should buy, what helmet you shouldn't buy, what jacket you should buy. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And finally, you know, I prayed about it, and I was like, you know, instead of watching somebody else make it, I'm going to get in the game and start making me content. Like I said, I am not expecting YouTube to make me money, but I'll be lying and say I'm not also doing this for the hopes that it will eventually one day. Now, what day? That's to be said, but hopefully one day. So, we'll see. I mean, so far our channel's doing decent considering that I don't have, this is my first official vlogging video, and I seem to have a decent following. So,
But yeah, so channel going forward will be bike video still, of course, still gaming content, still bike video, still gaming content, and then some cool drone stuff in there as well. So that's the plan for my channel going forward. God willing, no more issues having with the bike. Like I said, I plan on going to bike meets and cool meetups and eventually being part of a riding community. Like I said, I'm in no rush to do so because, as we all know, bikers get crazy when you have that much testosterone in anything you do. You have that much testosterone around, you start acting stupid, and that's why people get hurt and get killed. So, and I'm trying to live as long as possible. But like I said, I've done it. You know, people are going to say, well, you're going to drop it, you're going to fall. But I've done it. I can't stress that enough to everybody that no matter what happens, no matter if one day comes and I have to return it, or if it breaks and dies and, you know, and doesn't run anymore, if I drop the bike from doing some stupid stuff, like whatever happens, I've accomplished a dream, right? To me, owning this was a dream of one day, you know, like most people, I figured, oh, one day will come, I'll be able to afford a bike, I'll get whatever bike I can afford, and one day I'll step up and get the bike I actually want. And doors open where I was able to get the bike I wanted off junk. So that's where we're at. And it's hard to care what happens next. And people are going to say, well, where do you go from here? Like, I'm happy as far as bike's concerned forever. Like, that's the thing. And people want to say, oh, you know, you should wait up to it, and, you know, you should get used to it and comfortable and then step into the bike you want. And I'm like, people walk around and talk as if they have God on speed dial, and them and God are like closer friends, and he told them, like, hey man, just so you know, your last day is January 2nd, 2030, so you got some years left on you. Guys, tomorrow isn't promised to no man. I don't care what fortune teller you talking to, no person can bet their life on when your last day is going to be. I'm not saying to live life like these young kids, this whole like YOLO crap I can't stand, but there's part of it that is true. You only have one life. And in my life, on my dying bed, I can say that there was a time when I wanted a Ducati, and there was a time when I had a Ducati. No matter for how long, no matter if I dropped it. And like I said, that's why you have insurance and all the other kind of stuff. Yes, it's pricey. Yes, it's expensive. But I also have it. I have insurance. I have gap insurance. I have all that stuff. I have also the Ducati insurance as well on the bike. So, for any mechanical or issue with the bike, it's covered under that as well. So, that's just what I got for y'all today. Again, guys, I thank you for tuning in. Remember, if you want to see more content or pictures or anything else I post, you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Coolin, COOLIN _ with WITH _ JAY. Also on Snapchat at TRJ206. And Twitter at Coolin with J. So that's all I got for y'all guys for today. Hopefully I plan on making me another video this weekend. Probably riding to the to the Cars and Coffee. I'll probably make a video about that. I'm trying to make sure I make it to work on time, because cannot be late for work. But you know, fresh cut's a must. Oh, also, if you live in the area, if you live in Oregon, Hillsboro, Beaverton area, and you need a haircut, hit up my boy Yuri at Chop Shop. That's how, like I said, I've been going to him since I moved here. Basically, since I moved here, I've been going to Yuri when he was cutting out of his backyard. So, and you know, now he's in a shop. So kudos to him for that. You know, he's doing his dream as well. So, like I said, everybody, my final closing message to everybody out there is, while you're out there telling somebody else how to live their dream, or what they should or shouldn't be doing, or how they should or shouldn't be doing, 99% of the time, that person is sitting on the sideline. I think it's always been funny, or irony, the person always trying to tell you how to go about living your dream is the person not living out their dream. Think about that. Just before you answer, just think about those people who try to tell you, well, what you're doing is incorrect, or what you're doing is wrong, or it's too risky. And, you know, and put them under a microscope. Since they're trying to tell you how to do yours, are they a person who's lived out their dreams and telling you what to, like, their experience? That's different. But most of the time, it's someone on the sideline, like some internet thugs, like I've had a few on my channel, want to tell me what I should be doing. And they either don't own a bike, have no desire for a bike, and are just doing it just for the hell's sake. Just to be an ass. So, but yeah, guys, that's all I got for y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for cooling with Jay. And I will see y'all next time.